Have you ever had somebody say something to you that just picked you up and made your day? Wow, looky there. February is coming up. February is coming up. Good morning, guys and girls. Let's read January 31, Catch of the Day. Our scripture today is going to come from Ephesians 4:29. When you talk, do not say harmful things, but say what people need, words that will help others become stronger. Wow, is that ever a good one? Let's see what I wrote about it. Bob Ferris was the best tournament announcer of all time. He announced basketball tournaments for all 21 years of that organization. Yes, he had a big, booming voice, and he had a tremendous stage presence. But what made him great was what he said and the way that he said it. He made all the girls feel important, and he always encouraged them just enough to make them believe they had a great chance to catch fish the next day and do really well in the tournaments. He would just pump them up. If they caught one fish, he'd say, "Oh, man, this fish is the right size. Tomorrow you're going to get them. You get 5 this size, you're going to do well in this tournament." And it didn't matter what they did. Girls that would come across the stage with 0, no fish at all. When they left, Bob would have them thinking they were going to catch fish the next day. He was making them stronger fishermen. He was saying the right things in the right way to encourage them to get better. In our daily life, if each of us went about trying to be helpful and encourage those with whom we come in contact, the whole world would be a better place to live. Not only that, we would also be encouraged and helped by those around us. So when you're talking about things, when you're talking to people, when you're talking about people, say the things that will encourage them and make them stronger. Say the things that will pick them up, not let them down. Speak life to them. Speak the good things. Say the good things that really makes them feel a lot better. And you know, as God says in Ephesians, make them stronger. Make them stronger. What's our tip for today? Let's look and see what that is. Here's our tip for January 31st, right before leap year, February, coming up starting tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a good one. Always wet your line. You always wet your knot before cinching them down. So when you tie a knot, before you cinch it down, you got the knot tied and you're getting ready to cinch it down, always kind of wet it. I just wet it with my lips. That's just fine right there. And what you're doing as you pull that knot down, you're creating heat or friction that creates heat, and heat is the worst thing on monofilament fishing line. Now, if you're using braid, you probably don't need to worry about that, but if you're using monofilament or copolymer or fluorocarbon, you really want to wet that line and cinch it down. The other thing you want to do, and you cinch the knot down, if you're cinching it down on a split ring, those little split rings that we put in the nose of jerk baits and crankbaits in order to give them a lot better wiggle, a lot better action, make sure when you tie them down that you don't have your knot go into where that split is. You want it on the side of it. You also don't want that split back in the eye of your bait. You want that split to the side. So you want to look down there right before you cinch that down. Wet it right before you cinch it down. You want to look and make sure that split is off to the side. So it's not in the eye of the bait, and it's also not in your line. It's in your line. It's got a good chance to cut that line, and you're liable to break that off on a really big fish and lose a fish of a lifetime. So, guys and girls, say something good to somebody today that will encourage them and make them stronger. Hey, I love you.